Oh no, the car just died. That's a problem. Come on. Thank you so much. Oh boy, I made a very, very stupid purchase. Yes, you read the title and thumbnail correctly. I bought a car for $100. Now, this may have been the best investment or worst investment of my life. Now, the vehicle in question is sitting right behind this garage door. Now, before I even open the garage, you could probably tell by the background, I came back to the home state of Virginia because I purchased the vehicle in New Jersey and I ended up driving it to Virginia to start this project. Now, if you don't know what's been going on with this, I recently crashed my 2023 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R, and we're replacing all of the parts for kind of a mix of carbon fiber and a really cool design, and we're gonna try and lighten the bike up by like 50-60 pounds. But I do have good news, is all the parts have been ordered. I'm just waiting on them to show up here and we can start working on the bike again. But anyways, let's go check out the new car. May I introduce our new vehicle to the channel, the $100 2009 Nissan Xterra. This car runs and drives for $100. I've been looking for a very, very cheap car for quite a while now for this video that's coming up, and my close friend from back home just bought a new car and was getting rid of his old one, and he offered me to buy it off of him for $100. So obviously I dropped everything. I left my home state of Florida and immediately flew to New Jersey to take delivery of this car. When I got there turned out to be a few more problems than I was anticipating. Filming on my phone because I don't feel like getting my camera out, but we ran into a slight problem of just trying to get this thing to leave. When you try and turn it over, a great start to new ownership of a vehicle. But again, I can't complain. I bought this car for $100, but without further ado. Now, this vehicle won't be on the channel for super long just because of the fact that we do have some plans for it, which may involve driving across the country. And after that, we'll probably end up donating the car. But I'm not gonna give away too much on that quite yet, but you guys will just have to wait and see. That video is gonna be insane. But we're gonna take this car out and pray to God that we don't break down while we go over every single problem that's wrong with this thing. This car fires up about 55% of the time, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had really good luck with it. Before we even start moving, this looks like the car is off. The car is on. It's just the RPM tack is just not working. Now, for $100, this thing does have its fair share of quirks and features, but for the most part, this thing is kind of a tank. Why is it moving? I'm in park. Okay. But one of the quirks and features is probably not the safest. Actually, two of the quirks and features are probably not the safest. The main one being what I just experienced is the brake pedal is kind of non-existent. It stops, but you need to give it your all to get it to stop. For obvious reasons, that's probably not the safest. Second reason, this thing pisses fuel. I'm not even kidding. So I stop off at a gas station, put the pump in, and as I'm filling the car up with gas, I look under the car. The fuel line got disconnected and was waving around all willy-nilly under the car. I start freaking out. I don't know what to do. Thankfully, the gas station attendant there helped me put the car into neutral, and we rolled it out of the way and waited for everything to dry before starting it again, because my concern was if I start this car and it then suddenly spontaneously combusts, I'm going up with it. I just didn't feel like catching on fire that day. The next thing has to do with driving in the rain. When I drove this car from New Jersey to Virginia, it was my first time driving in the rain in this car, and I discovered only one of the wiper blades works, which is probably one of the funniest things I have ever seen in a car. So I hope it doesn't rain on this journey with this car. And again, I'm not complaining. I paid $100 for this thing, and it runs and drives.
A few moments later.
As I'm filming this video, the car died. That's a problem. Come on. No power steering. Hold on. I'm in neutral. Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, you guys saw firsthand this car just died. That's interesting. Okay, we're gonna try and get this thing back to the house as quickly as possible. Okay, that's not good. Thank you to the nice gentleman that just helped me out so much. I mean, truly a lifesaver for helping me push it. I was blocking 2 lanes. I just had a full panic attack while trying to move this thing. The sucky part was it was uphill in a drive, and this thing weighs 5,000 pounds. And if you guys have never met me in person, I am built like a twig. So trying to push a 5,000 pound vehicle is not suited well for me. We made it. Now it's time to go check out probably the most important piece of this all, which is everything that's wrong under the hood. Oh God, it smells awful. And when I say this car smells awful, it legitimately smells like what you'd picture a Taco Bell bathroom smelling like. Some of you guys said it might be a clogged catalytic converter. Not 100% sure on that, but we'll figure that out later. Now, before we even figure out what's wrong under the hood, I do want to talk about the interior space. I must say the back seat space and all of this is absolutely insane. I mean, it's a normal SUV, but you guys know what I usually daily, so this is quite the upgrade. I would show you through this back door here, but the back door doesn't work on the driver's side. Anyways, let's check out what's going on under the hood. Now, for the most part, the engine is actually pretty pristine. Mine is one tiny issue that I did pick up on. If you just do one swipe of the finger on the engine block, there is a boatload of oil. So that tells me there may or may not be a crack somewhere in here that is causing the oil to spew out. And the only reason I think it's oil, it's because when I got out of the car a few seconds ago, I noticed one tiny little problem. Where the car was once parked, like a few seconds ago, there's oil spots. So this thing is now pissing oil. My confidence in this car is getting less and less by the day. Which leads me to believe that there may be oil leaking from this side. I can't really see over here just because of the intake, but that may be causing one of the lights, one of the 1,000 lights that are lighting up the entire dash. Alongside this is giving us trouble. If you don't know what this is where the ABS lines are, which this vehicle no longer has. But other than those major issues, this car is holding up insanely well. But anyways, that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. I do apologize for it being a little bit short. I just wanted to kind of go over everything that's wrong with this car and everything about that thing, because I wanted to introduce it to the channel and kind of give you guys a little insight of what's been going on before we get into this whole project, which I cannot wait to get started. I'm just waiting on parts to show up at this point. So hopefully we can kind of get that all sorted out very soon. So stay tuned for that. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.